Hello friends, my name is Miss Bri and I'm a children's specialist with St. Paul Public Library. Welcome to Virtual Storytime. During Virtual Storytime, we'll sing some songs, do some rhymes, and read some books as well. So before we get into our story time, let's look at our visual schedule. And this is for anyone that might feel a little nervous, not knowing what's coming next. You can always look at our schedule to see where we are at in story time. So we're going to start by singing our Hello Friends song, and then we'll say hello to my puppet friend Ollie. Then we're going to do a finger play so you can warm up your fingers and your hands. We'll read our first book, and then we'll do a rhyme that goes with our book. We're going to do a nice breathing exercise, and then we'll read our second book. We'll sing a song, we'll play a fun game, and then we will sing our Goodbye Friends song. All right, so let's start with our Hello Friends song. And this song has two signs we need to know in order to sing it in sign language. So for hello, we just hover our hand over our eyebrow and we salute, hello. Yep, just like that. And then for friends, we have a buddy on one hand and a buddy on the other, and they are going to give each other hugs. All right, ready? Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Hello, friends. It's time to say hello. Great singing, everyone. All right, now it is time for our puppet friend Ollie, and he lives in this box here. 10:30, you know, is usually his nap time though, so let's be real quiet while I go in and see if he is asleep. I see he's got his sleep mask on and he's tucked into his blanket. Okay, let's listen. Did you hear that? Let's listen again. Oh, I think Ollie is sleeping. But we need to know what's going on in story time today, right? So let's count to 3 and we'll say, wake up, Ollie. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wake up, Ollie. Oh, I see him moving around in there. Okay. Hello, Ollie. Can you say hello to our friends at home? Say hello to Ollie. Do you have something for us today? He says he has a letter for us today, for our letter of the day. Okay. Do you have any clues on what the letter might be? He said the letter is kind of curvy. Okay, well, I'm going to grab your bucket while our friends at home think about your clue. All right, here's Ollie's bucket. Can you go in and grab our uppercase letter? What letter is this? The letter S. S. What sound does the letter S make? S, like a snake. Can you say S at home? Great job. Let's practice writing the letter S with our magical pen fingers. We're going to start up top, and we're going to curve around and down, and then we curve back up. So it is kind of a curvy letter, isn't it? All right, that is our uppercase letter. Do we think the lowercase letter is going to look the same or different? What do you think? Ollie's scratching his head. Should he go in and grab it and we can see if you're right? Okay. I'm going to help you with this one because it's kind of low in there. It's the same, right? It is the same. It's just a little smaller. Oh, Ollie would like us to practice writing the lowercase letter S as well. Okay. So we're going to start up here, and we curve around, down, and then back up. Oh, and Ollie's clapping for you at home. Okay, do you have some things that start with the letter S in that bucket? Yes, he does. All right. I'm going to grab this first one for you. What is this? It kind of looks like a pumpkin. Is this a pumpkin? He's saying no. Oh, this is a squash. A squash. Okay. And what letter do we think squash starts with? S. S is for squash. All right, do you have something else in there? Okay. Can you see these at home? What are those? They are seed packets. Seed packets. We have tomato and carrot. What letter does seeds start with? S. So S is for seeds. Oh, Ollie's got one more thing in his bucket. And it's a friend of his, but he knows that some friends might be a little bit scared of this creature. But he wants you to know he's really friendly. Okay, should I go in and grab your friend for us? Oh, what is this? It's a spider. Oh, Ollie is clapping a spider. And what letter does spider start with? S. S is for spider. Oh, and Ollie says his friend's name is Spinner. Spinner the spider. Oh, and they're gonna go back and play in his box, but he would like us to sing the Itsy Bitsy Spider once they go in the box so that Spinner can sing along with us. Okay, can you say goodbye to our friends at home before I put you back in your box? Say bye, Ollie. Oh, he's blowing you kisses. All right, you and Spinner can go back in your box to play. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Okay, so we're going to do our Fingerplay song called the Itsy Bitsy Spider. And we're going to sing just the first verse. And we're going to sing in an itsy bitsy voice. Do you think you could do that? All right, ready? Get those fingers ready. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Great job singing, friends. Okay, we sing our first verse of our song. Now it's time to read our first book. And this book is called Sometimes Rain. It's written by Meg Fleming, and it's illustrated by Diana Suduka. And so this book is about the different seasons and the different weather we might see in those seasons. And maybe we've seen rain recently. You know, summer is ending, so we've had a lot of sunshine. So let's read our book, Sometimes Rain. And it's published by Beach Lane Books. Sometimes drizzle, drip, drip, drain. Sometimes picnic, sometimes rain. Sometimes dropping, steady chill. Sometimes frosting every hill. Sometimes sledding, frozen toes. Sometimes carrot, sometimes nose. And what is the carrot a nose on? That's right, a snowman. Sometimes twinkle, winter white, crystal garden, silver night. Sometimes boring, wonder, wait. Sometimes early, sometimes late. What are they waiting to see? All the different animals. Sometimes clear, bright and glowing. So much melt, the mud is growing. And what happened here? His boot got stuck in the mud. Sometimes flying, magic swing. Blooming treehouse, happy spring. Sometimes dreaming open skies. Do you see what they're dreaming of? A unicorn in the clouds. Sometimes chasing butterflies. Sometimes blazing secret trails. Sometimes finding frogs and snails. Sometimes splashing yellow sun. Sometimes soaking summer fun. Sometimes changing vibrant colors. Sometimes zipping out the breeze. What season is it changing into? Fall. Sometimes stomping leafy crunch. Sometimes eating apple lunch. Sometimes piles 10 feet tall. Sometimes jumping into fall. Sometimes wandering far or near. Always knowing someone here. Always ready, stay or roam. Always welcome. Always home. The end. Great job listening to our first book, friends. So, now it's time to do a little rhyme. And this rhyme is called Rain on the Grass. So I have a scarf that I'm going to use for this rhyme, but you can pretend to have a scarf at home. You could use like a little dish towel if you have one, or a napkin, even your favorite stuffed animal if they're okay with it and you're okay with it. And this one's really fun because we're going to pretend like our scarves are rain. And we start and we do rain on the grass. So you swish your scarf or your napkin on the floor. And then we do rain on the trees. So you swish it up above your head. We say rain on the roof and we hold it over our head like it's a roof. Then we say, but not on me, and we let it drop. And parents and caregivers, this one's a really great one because it works both their fine motor and their gross motor skills doing this rhyme. All right, ready? So let's try it together. So we say, rain on the grass, rain on the trees, rain on the roof, but not on me. So next, let's do the sun. Because it might be sunny today, right? Or maybe you want the sun to come out. So let's do the sun. So, sun on the grass, sun on the trees, sun on the roof, but not on me. And now let's do snow. So, snow on the grass, snow on the trees, snow on the roof, but not on me. And the last one, let's do leaves. Ready? Leaves on the grass, leaves on the trees, leaves on the roof, but not on me. Great job, friends, with that rhyme. All right. Now we're going to do a little mindfulness activity. And this one is kind of fun. It's called Dig a Little Hole. So we're going to pretend that we are planting something. And at the end, it's going to grow into a little rose. And we're going to take a nice big breath in, breathing in our rose, and then breathing out. So it goes like this. Take our hand and we dig a little hole. And then we bloop, flop, pop the seed in, plant a little seed. Then we're going to pour a little water, and plop, pull a little weed. Chase a little bug, chase him, hi-ho, there he goes. We're going to give a little sunshine and grow a little rose. Let's take a big breath in and let it all the way out. Should we try that one more time? Okay, so we dig a little hole and we plant a little seed. We pour a little water and we pull a little weed. We chase a little bug. Hi-ho, there he goes. Give a little sunshine and grow a little rose. All right, big breath in. Smell your rose and big breath out. How do you feel, friends? Ready for our next story? Okay. So this one is called Seeds Move, and it's written and illustrated by Robin Page. And this book is a nonfiction book, which means that it's an informational book. And for parents and caregivers at home, reading books with about things that your child is interested in helps to build their vocabulary as they are learning to read. So I encourage you to, if your child's into like gardening, you can check out books on seeds or gardens or landscapes, anything that will build their vocabulary, because in informational books there's a lot of words that you don't hear in everyday conversation. So, for Seeds Move, I encourage our friends at home, see if you can try and move like some of these seeds do. Some of them could be really challenging, and some of them could be really fun. And it's published by Beach Lane Books. A tiny seed can one day become a flower, a fruit, or even a giant tree. Every seed, big or small, contains the beginnings of a new plant. But a seed needs sunlight, soil, water, and an uncrowded place to put down roots. To find all of these things, a seed must leave home. It must move. Are you ready to pretend to be seeds and to move? A seed hitchhikes. Look at that seed there. Spiky stick-light seeds snag in a raccoon's fur and hitch a ride. They may travel a long way before they fall off. A seed shoots. Do you see the seeds shooting out here? A seed catapults. When the right time comes, the hanging seed pods of a touch-me-not flower burst open, catapulting seeds in all directions. A seed drifts. A seed burrows. A seed rolls. Can you roll? Maybe roll your hands like a seed. A seed sinks. A lotus seed drops from its pod and sinks to the bottom of the pond. There it will nestle into the mud and sprout. A seed hides. So there it is flying and being hidden. A seed floats. A seed squirts. Can you pretend to squirt a seed? It says a durian is one of the orangutan's favorite fruits, and its seeds are bitter. The orangutan eats the fruit and then spits out the seeds. A seed scatters. A seed falls. A seed parachutes. A seed plunges. This one will be fun. A seed helicopters. Do you think you could spin around in a circle like a helicopter? The seeds of a yangnath tree helicopter spinning off as they fall. They often end up some distance from their parent tree. A seed plops. Throughout the summer and fall, a hungry brown bear eats mountain ash berries and other fruits. As the bear wanders in search of more food, the undigested seeds plop out inside large piles of the bear's poop. That's silly. And then a seed grows and grows. What do you think it's growing into? And grows. Is that a watermelon seed? The end. Right, friends, that was our second book. And so I have another friend in all these books. That's our friend Bear, because we just read a book that had a bear in it, right? And he sleeps in this tree stump. Let's listen. Oh, he's snoring too. Oh yeah, he's really snoring. So we need to sing a little song to wake up Bear. And it goes like this. We'll sing, Bear is sleeping, Bear is sleeping. Wake him up, wake him up. Come and say hello, Bear. Come and say hello, Bear. Time to eat. Time to eat. Oh, he's rubbing his hands together. He's really hungry. All right, so Bear has some foods in his tree stump, and we're going to try and see what meal Bear is getting ready to eat. So this is the first thing he has. What's this? It's a hamburger, right? Oh, he's clapping for you. A hamburger. Oh. Do you think bears eat hamburgers? Not really. All right. Oh, Bear's going back in his tree stump, so we have to sing again to see what else is in here. Ready? Bear is sleeping, Bear is sleeping. Wake him up, wake him up. Come and say hello, Bear. Come and say hello, Bear. Time to eat, time to eat. All right, I see there's something else in his tree stump poking out over here. Let's see if he can grab it. I'm going to help you with these. What are these? They look like potato chips. It's clapping potato chips. A hamburger and some potato chips. All right. Oh, and he went back in there. I think there's one more thing in here. I feel it. All right, let's sing again. Bear is sleeping, Bear is sleeping. Wake him up, wake him up. Come and say hello, Bear. Come and say hello, Bear. Time to eat, time to eat. All right, go in there and grab the last thing. What is this? A slice of watermelon. That's right, watermelon. So he has a hamburger, some chips, and a watermelon. What meal do you think Bear is getting ready to eat? You're saying lunch? Bear, are you getting ready to eat lunch? Yes, he is. Oh, and he's clapping for you. Okay, thank you so much for coming and spending some time with us during story time. Can you say goodbye to our friends at home? Say goodbye to Bear. Okay. Oh, yes, I will put your food back in your trunk so that you can go have lunch. Okay, so I'm going to put this back in here. Oh, yeah, you take the burger. And I'll drop in the watermelon and the chips for you. Okay. All right, friends, we have one more game. And this one is a fun one where I have some cards in this basket here. And I'm going to hold up a card to you, and then you can try and make the noise at home, and let's see if I can guess it. All right, so I'm going to hold up the first card. What is this? What sound does it make? You're saying, "Meh, meh." It's not a sheep, is it? No, sheep say bah. You're right. Say it one more time. Meh. Are you a goat? A goat. Oh, great job, friends. That was kind of a hard one for our first one. Okay. Grab another one. What is this? What sound does it make? You're saying. Is that right? Oh, this has got to be a pig. Am I right? A pig? Oh, you all are really good at your animal sounds. Okay. Let's see. Make that sound a little louder. Can you try acting like this animal? Oh, you guys are all flying around. Bzz. Are you a bee? A bee. Oh. Good job being bees. You're making this game really easy for me. All right. What's this one? Saying meow, meow. And I see some of you going like this. Are you a cat? A cat. Oh. Okay. I think we can do like 2 more. Ready? Some of you look very terrifying. What sound are you making? Grrr. And you're pointing to my box? Oh, are you a bear? Because we just saw a bear? You are a bear. Oh, a terrifying grizzly bear. All right, last one, friends. Ready? What's that sound? Going squeak, 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 squeak. Oh, are you a mouse? A mouse? You are a mouse. Oh, friends, give yourselves a round of applause. You did such a great job with our game. We'll have to play that again for story time. All right, friends, I think it's time to sing our Goodbye Friends song. Because we've had such a fun time together at story time. But every story time must end until the next story time. So for our Goodbye Friends song, remember there's 2 signs we need. Instead of hello, we're going to do goodbye. So we just open and close our hand like that. And then for friends, we have a buddy on one hand and a buddy on the other. And remember, they hug. All right, ready? Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. Thank you so much, friends, for joining me for story time today. Remember that the fun does not have to stop here. You can always go to our Little Learners page at sppl.org/little-learners to see all of our story times, to see some art or music videos, and to check out book lists and so much more. Thanks again for joining me today, friends. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.